Welcome learners to Form 2 Mathematics. Today, I would like us to remind ourselves about equation of a straight line. Form 2 work. Equation of a straight line. Let us look at this question. Two lines L1 and L2 are such that L1 passes through this point. L1 passes through point 3, -4 and is perpendicular. Look at this, learner. Perpendicular to L2, which cuts the x and y axis at 3 and 4. L2 cuts the x axis at 3 and 4. That is, those are things to do with intercepts. The x-intercept of L2 is 3 and the y-intercept of L2 is 4, respectively. Find the equation of L1 in the form y is equals to mx plus c. So, let us look at this, learner. Let us first remind ourselves about intercepts. If you have x-axis and y-axis, suppose this is 0, the origin. Suppose here we have 3. Suppose here we have 4. We are told that our line L2 cuts the x-axis and y-axis at 3 and 4. Our L2 passes through 3 here on the x-axis and 4 here on the y-axis. Maybe I can just draw a rough sketch there. So suppose that is our L2. It cuts the x-axis at 3 and the y-axis at 4. So these are things, just like I've said, to do with the x-intercept. Our x-intercept is 3, learner, here. Our y-intercept here is 4. Then, something to remember. At x-intercept, like here, learner, at x-intercept here, what is your y? We normally say at x-intercept, maybe I can just write it here, y is what? 0. The value of y is 0. The value of y here is 0. And therefore, what is this point through which the line is passing through? The point is 3, 0. The value of x is 3 and the value of y is 0. Similarly, the line cuts the y-axis at 4. So the y-intercept is 4. We know that at y-intercept, what is your value of x? Your value of x is 0. Here, the value of x is 0. And therefore, this point is therefore 0, the x, and then your y is 4. I hope it is clear. So, we can start with that. We say that our line 2, therefore, passes through, look at this, learner, passes through those 2 points, 3, 0, and 0, 4. 3, 0, and 0, 4. Find its gradient. What is the gradient of L2? Talk of change in y, that is 4, minus 0, 4 minus 0, divide by change in x, 0 minus 3, 0 minus 3. So this gives us what? 4 over negative 3. Positive here divided by negative normally gives us negative. Positive divided by negative gives us negative. So we can write this as negative 4 over 3. That is our gradient of L2. And therefore, learner, what is the gradient of L1? What is the gradient of L1? And we are told that these 2 lines are perpendicular. Let us read here. 2 lines, L1 and L2, are such that L1 passes through this point and is perpendicular to L2. So the 2 lines are perpendicular. So what is the gradient of L1? So we have this formula. The gradient of L1 times the second gradient, if two lines are perpendicular, they normally give us what, Lana? Remember? -1. That is the relationship of gradients of two perpendicular lines. And therefore, gradient 1 times gradient 2 should give us -1. So take your gradient, first gradient, -4/3 times m2, look at that, gives us -1. So you can ignore, you can drop that negative, and so you talk of 4/3. m2 is equals to 1. What is your m2? The gradient of the second line. What is your m2? To make this the subject, multiply with the reciprocal. Multiply with the reciprocal on both sides, learn. This will cancel out, that will cancel out. And therefore your m2 is 3/4, the gradient of L1. Good. From there, learner, you now come and find the equation of L1. That is what the question is asking us. What is the equation of L1? What is the equation of L1? We are told that L1 passes through point 3, -4. L1, if you can check on this, it passes through 3, -4. Good. Then, from there, we normally introduce a point x1. Remember? And our gradient is 3/4. We have just calculated it, right? From there now, you talk of change in y, so you talk of y minus -4. Look at that. Be very careful there. Y minus -4 over x minus 3 is equals to what? Your gradient. There we are. So you talk of minus gives us what, Lana? Plus. So you talk of y plus 4 over x minus 3 is equals to what? 3/4. 3/4. You can cross multiply. We talk of 4 into bracket y plus 4 is equals to 3. Cross multiplying. There we are. So remove this bracket, Lana. You talk of 4y plus 16 is equals to 3x minus 9. Remove the brackets accurately. From there, you have 4y is equals to 3x minus 9. Take this positive 16 to the other side, it becomes negative. There we are. So 4y is equals to 3x. Bring this together accurately, gives you -25. From there, make y to be the subject of the formula by dividing by 4 everywhere. By 4. By 4, Lana, everywhere. So this and this cancel out. And so, Lana, your y is therefore equals to 3/4x minus 25/4. And this is the equation of L1. And you've made y to be the subject of the formula. So you have left the equation in the form y is equals to mx plus c. Alright? So Lana, go and practice on how to handle questions to do with equation of a line. I hope I have assisted you. Thank you very much for listening and following. Keep on following Lana. Keep on subscribing. I'm always very